Ethan, a young man burdened by grief and unanswered questions, was determined to uncover the truth behind his mother's sudden death. Claire, his mother, had passed away unexpectedly, supposedly from a heart attack, but Ethan couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. His only hope of finding the answers was to dig up her grave. 2 days after her burial, with a shovel in hand, he stood at the cemetery, ready to dig up the truth. What will he find when the coffin is opened? Will the answers he seeks lead to a discovery beyond his worst nightmares? Stay tuned for today's video on Animals Need Love to find out. Ethan's heart raced as he approached the funeral home, hands trembling around the shovel. The cold night air stung, but his determination burned fiercely. Grief and suspicion clouded his mind. Nothing about his mother's death made sense, and tonight he sought the truth. He knocked sharply on the door and pushed it open without waiting. Inside, the dim office smelled of dust. Raymond, the elderly cemetery guard, looked up with a faint smile. "Can I help you?" he asked, voice hoarse. Ethan cut to the chase. "Where's my mother's grave? Claire Reynolds, buried 2 days ago." Raymond nodded, recognizing the pain in Ethan's eyes. "I remember her. I was there." Without a word, Raymond led Ethan through the cemetery, shadows stretching under the moonlight. Ethan's mind raced with memories. The call from his father, the funeral, unanswered questions. Standing at the grave, he felt a grim finality. The shovel felt heavy, but his resolve was heavier. He wiped away a tear, staring at the fresh mound of dirt. "Ethan, you can't dig her up. It's illegal without permission," Raymond warned. But Ethan was deaf to the caution. Grief and suspicion drove him forward. He thrust the shovel into the ground, frustration mounting with each scoop. Raymond sighed, pulling out his phone. "I'll call the police." But Ethan didn't hear him. He was consumed by thoughts of his mother, full of life, suddenly gone. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Ethan's shovel struck something hard. The unmistakable sound of metal hitting wood sent a jolt of shock through him. He stopped, his breath catching in his throat. The coffin. With trembling hands, he tossed the shovel aside, his heart pounding in his chest. He looked at Raymond, who stood a few feet back, watching helplessly. Ethan's fingers gripped the edge of the coffin lid, ready to pull it open. But before he could, the wail of sirens echoed through the night, followed by the screech of tires. The police were here. In that moment, everything shifted. Ethan's stomach churned as the gravity of his actions set in. He had gone too far, but it was too late to turn back now. As the police sirens blared, Ethan froze, hands gripping the coffin lid. This was his last chance. He recalled the call from his father 2 days ago, shattering his world with the news of his mother's death from a heart attack. It felt too sudden. Claire had always been vibrant and strong. Why hadn't his father told him sooner? The funeral had already happened, leaving Ethan with anger and betrayal. He hadn't even had a chance to say goodbye. The pain deepened as he remembered his father's distant voice during their last call, cold and brief. It was clear he hadn't cared enough to involve Ethan in Claire's final moments. Grief clouded his judgment, but something felt wrong. Her death was too swift, too unexplained. He would dig her up, find the truth, no matter what. The sirens now screamed in his ears as 2 police cars skidded to a stop nearby. He barely heard Raymond's voice, his words drowned by the adrenaline that surged through him. He had to know. He just had to. Ethan's hands shook as he lifted the coffin lid, his heart racing, and then his breath caught in his throat. His eyes locked onto his mother's face. She looked the same as she had in life, her features soft and peaceful in the dim light of the cemetery. But there was something wrong. She was too still. Before he could process what was happening, he felt it, an unmistakable cold squeeze on his hand. His mind went blank. Was he imagining it? His heart thudded painfully in his chest. The world seemed to freeze, the air thick with disbelief. For a moment, everything seemed surreal, like a bad dream that he couldn't wake from. His mother's lips parted slightly, and a shallow breath escaped her, just enough to make Ethan's blood run cold. She wasn't dead. She was alive. "Claire?" he whispered, his voice trembling. The arriving police gasped in shock as Ethan cradled her, struggling to comprehend that she had been buried alive. The sirens blared as an ambulance was called, but Ethan couldn't stop staring at his mother, at her chest rising and falling with each shallow breath. How had this happened? How had they gotten it so wrong? The doctors had declared her dead. She had been embalmed. And yet here she was, alive, her hand still gripping his in a feeble attempt to hold on. The police moved quickly, their questions and confusion filling the air as the paramedics arrived. Ethan barely heard them, his mind swirling with shock and disbelief. His mother was alive, but why? How? The answer would come soon enough. As Claire was rushed to the hospital, doctors immediately began running tests, and when the toxicology reports came back, Ethan's heart dropped into his stomach. His mother had not died of a heart attack, as everyone had been told. She had been poisoned. Large doses of sedatives had been found in her system, enough to put her into a death-like state, one that had been misdiagnosed as a fatal heart attack. But it didn't stop there. The investigation had only just begun. In the days after discovering his mother alive, Ethan sat in the cold hospital waiting room, overwhelmed by questions and emotions. The moment he opened Claire's coffin and found her breathing haunted him, but one truth gnawed at him. His father was involved. As the police investigation unfolded, all evidence pointed to Daniel, Ethan's father. The loving image Ethan had of him clashed with the cold figure emerging from the inquiry. Daniel had kept Ethan in the dark about Claire's illness and ordered her quick burial without informing him. It became clear that he played a significant role in her near death. The toxicology reports revealed that Claire's body was filled with sedatives, drugs that could have been administered gradually to mimic natural decline. Surveillance footage showed Daniel purchasing these drugs multiple times before Claire's death. He had even forged medical documents to justify the prescriptions. With each new piece of evidence, Ethan's trust in his father shattered. How could Daniel betray Claire and their family? The investigators uncovered that 2 months before Claire's heart attack, Daniel had taken out a large life insurance policy on her, motivated by financial gain and pressure from his mistress, Sophie. They had plotted to poison Claire and cash in on the insurance. The weight of this betrayal was suffocating. As Ethan waited outside the police station for authorities to question Daniel, he felt as if the ground had been ripped from beneath him. His mind raced back to that night, to the grave, and to his mother's pale, lifeless face. He had never felt more conflicted in his life. Anger consumed him, but so did sorrow. He had been betrayed by the one person he should have been able to trust above all others. How could he face his father now? How could he ever reconcile the man who raised him with the man who had tried to murder his own wife? Ethan's heart ached as he thought of Claire, of the mother he had thought he had lost forever. She was still alive, but at what cost? How would she ever heal from this, knowing the depths to which her husband had sunk? How would Ethan ever be able to forgive his father for what he had done? As the days passed, Daniel was arrested. He initially denied everything, claiming it was all a misunderstanding, but the evidence was undeniable. Once confronted with the surveillance footage and the toxicology reports, he broke down, begging for mercy. He admitted to everything, poisoning Claire, the lies, the insurance scam, and his affair with Sophie. His desperation was palpable, but his remorse was hollow. It was clear that he had never really cared about his wife, or about Ethan. He had cared only for himself. Ethan could barely stomach the confession. His father's tears, his pleading for forgiveness, did nothing to heal the deep wound he had caused. Ethan had no words left for him. The man who had once been his hero was now a stranger, a criminal. As for Claire, she slowly recovered in the hospital. The doctors were amazed at her resilience, though it was clear she had a long road ahead of her. Ethan stayed by her side every day, doing everything he could to help her through the physical and emotional recovery. She had always been strong, and now she needed that strength more than ever. Ethan knew his world had changed forever. His father's betrayal had shattered the image of family he had clung to for so long. But in the midst of his pain, he found something he hadn't expected. Resolution. He would stand by his mother. He would protect her and help her rebuild her life. The truth had come out, and although it had torn him apart, it had also brought them closer together. Ethan realized that no matter what happened, his mother was alive, and that was all that mattered. The road ahead would be difficult. There would be healing, but also loss. His relationship with his father was irreparably broken, and his heart still carried the weight of the betrayal. As the days passed, Ethan's journey was one of healing, both for himself and his mother. The pain of betrayal, the shattering of a family, and the heavy weight of secrets revealed had all left their marks. Yet, amidst the turmoil, Ethan discovered the power of love, forgiveness, and resilience. Though the road ahead was uncertain, he knew one thing for sure. He and Claire would face whatever came next together. For now, they had found peace in the quiet moments, one day at a time. And perhaps, with time, they could rebuild their lives from the wreckage of the past. That's the end of today's story. What would you do if you were in Ethan's shoes? Would you stand by your family, or would the betrayal be too much to overcome? Let us know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching to the end. If you find our video interesting, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with others. Finally, don't forget to turn on our bell and subscribe to our channel. Animals need love, so you don't miss any of our new videos. Thank you for your support. Wishing you all peace, happiness. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.